Welcome back to my channel guys. Today I'll take you through my latest gameplay walkthrough. If you enjoyed this video, please hit thumbs up, share and subscribe to our channel.
Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the other's got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him, but I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it. True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
It now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Development. Butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing. Sizzle of incremental product in. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market? it when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Have a profitable day.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Why, looky here. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or were you moved by our plight? When the brass sets an impossible deadline, who do you think everybody on the floor gets mad at? When trials run late because some lab tech melted, who catches upstairs ire? See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself, to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest, to help us climb the ladder. See? Can't say no to that. We tailored our pitch right to one such as yourself, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. Came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day, with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two. That's what we want to find out. And that whole smiling business, anybody that's secure in their place here has to have dirt on somebody. Something that we could capitalize on. Anything else? The third target we'll talk about after. Sort of a controversial figure around here. Consider him a concern for later. Oh, nothing so mundane. Alcantara's cornered the market with an innovative concept. Our grand vision is... Okay, wait for it. Now he's done all the work, steal his idea. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just say that we're all so looking forward to working with you. We can't wait to benefit from the fruit of your efforts. See everybody?
Mister, any bits to spare?
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
Only plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice. Artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Item: business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive
Get you something?
Quite the bit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze lots from every contract, not put us in the red.
Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office. Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care. Only every day. But he's not as bad as most. In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Zeranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. Fleetingly. Around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me. The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out. Till next we meet.
The eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
Hey! Didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times. Oh, that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says, anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. I've known her since I had all most of my limbs intact. No, all. Definitely all. Though I may have been missing an index toe or two. Been a while, that is. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. She saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
Enough of that. You ain't idling, you're networking, expanding business opportunities. That's my go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, guess I can't see the harm. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there, to the bottom runger, to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and or lives depended on it.
Mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations. Fairly stacked the deck against...
I cleaved Spacer's chosen goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that moon...
If you're here for Melquiades Alcantara, afraid you're a mite bit late. Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's chosen goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that moon man's...
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour? Are you asking the questions now? Thought this worked the other way. Just like on that show, Corporate Fixers for Hire. You're just like Rico Sockdolager in real life. Who does that make me? If you're after the recipe, you probably want to ask around at the bottom runner. Someone there might know who'd kill Melquiades for it. No, it'd make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about. Go on. You're clear to saunter freely. Don't forget, Auntie's Choice Zero-G whiskey gets you into orbit.
Stop that
scrounging around?
Positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always... I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang.
Great, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just conversate?
Quite the bit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate.
Oh, right, and I'd add that big talk is for big people who matter. So we don't talk about work matters or our day. Okay, then. What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
Like it's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respect its subordinates. Spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive. Less when they negotiate. Xenobiological exploitations.
We were, what do you call them? Bedraggled orphans, together. Both worked at the garbage pile in Argus. She had to pull me out one time, else I'd be smushed right now.
Exploit the volatility out there.
Yep, she was close as you are right now. I got stuck in the pile, hoisted me out. Said if she hadn't not shown up, I would have become garbage.
The big rift cut off tossball news from home. But our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff.
Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's Chaw. Got one of them entry science jobs at Anti-Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Sport without blood sounds like red ink to Anti. Our tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest.
You think? I'd sure like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing. Aw, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
Wait, you mean to say Auntie's eaten expired rations? And shared them? Whoa, she's just like us.
She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity. I was her best test subject. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
Notice you've got your own share of prostheses. Those from the garbage pile on Argos or testing on Numa?
Lost an arm back when we learned that antacid wasn't safe for skin. One foot was testing a raptidon repellent where, I guess they were more just indifferent. I lose track.
You've been through it, huh? I hope you know these experiments did some real good for us. I wouldn't be here, alive, and with this arm intact if it weren't for folk like you.
Because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals.
That's not exactly something I've been privy to, you know, per se. All I know is Auntie's has been around a lot longer than I have, and there's always been an Auntie. Can't see anyone else coming after my Auntie, though. Wouldn't imagine she'd allow it. But I don't know. Maybe the job ain't cracked up like it seems.
So strive, thrive, survive, alive, armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your Auntie.
Auntie, when are you going to have a sale?
My dear child,
That sure is an interesting way of looking at it. Could be she'll stay auntie forever then. All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is built through your decision.
Sure. Is that a further reason people do it? Because I don't think it's for the taste.
Process overbearing neighbors employ.
That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, You ever have this empty falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all. Oh, okay. Sure, we can keep on, conversating. Just a bit, right? Well, what about? Wait, no, I only did it one time, ever. I swear. I didn't know it was, not legal. I've never been good at lying. Just did it that once. The last day I saw Felicity, Auntie. I was going to turn her in, but she was there. Felicity. She was all crying. Told me all the bad stuff she did. Needed somebody to say she weren't a bad person. So I said it. And now I wonder a lot if I am the bad person on account of that lie.
With my latest donations report, starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen.
Oh, that's my fault too. Not just I'm a liar and that's bad, but I got all the stuff Auntie did I'm to blame for. Huh. Well, guess I should get back to work. Important job and all. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
Confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not congrats.
Look who's back. You. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melquiades said she's meaner than a bag of Raptidons. I'll miss his wit.
You agonized for weeks that your comment might get back to me. Anxiety gnawing at your guts. Good news. Your new role as intake greeting specialist will be far less stressful. And if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy. That's it for this demotions report. Until next time, everybody do your job.
The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us have pride. Hope you don't want a Raptidon bite. Melquiades kept the recipe a secret.
Fearless leader known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. No, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off tossball.
Comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Tossball team against the Protector. Its entire pushovers day of the fiscal week, even with half our team's 32 bags. It would be an embarrassment of body goals.
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by reminding you that this is not the entrance for unwashed service plebes. Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocols, or we'll find other vendors to patronize.
Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrummage.
Oh, really? You think that you belong in our lounge, dressed like that? 3 cysty pigs in a trench coat would have a better shot at getting in than you do right now. The owner tasked me with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice, and you are hardly the kind of inestimable personage that would be proper to admit. Good. The intention is to keep riffraff like yourself as far away from the lounge visiting clients as possible. I'm glad my choice of words got that point across very clearly. Now please, go anywhere else so that I can tend to the actual patrons worthy of entrance into the best choice. You're back. Since you see fit to continue wasting my time, I ain't gonna bother talking like you're a top runger. You ain't soiling our fine establishment with your presence. Think I made that real clear.
Inches and foot goals, playing with an excess of necessary roughness. And like tossball, there's more than one way to make a killing. Why, I was just watching the latest bout between the easy heel loafers and the zero-G shooters. Just quality cleaving from huck off to the closing steam whistle and
All right. I'll grant that was passingly clever. I suppose I can make an exception just this once. For a moderate contribution to my post-Boniface retirement fund.
Let's not get swindled out of our hard-earned bits, huh? We'll find another way in.
with their official Auntie's Choice branded Sprat Crisp penalty buckets. But I digress. Just as in tossball, we all need to put on...
My, but aren't you a charmer? Clearly, there's more to you than the way you dress. Very well. I'll grant entry for the normal luminary rate.
Although it is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides huck. Play by the rules or play to win. You can't...
Thank you very much for your very valuable patronage. It is our dearest hope that you have a lucrative and luxurious visit to the best choice.
Ooh, bet they charge 20 bits a bottle here.
Working hard or hardly? Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell them.
Have a profitable day.
Yes, what is it? I'm very busy, and I can't spare the time for... Wait a moment. My old compatriot from Paradise Island! What a pleasure it is to see you again. Much has changed since our last encounter. I'm now Deputy Managing Director of Persons Manipulation for all of Auntie's Choice. It's all thanks to you and the information on mental refreshment that you retrieved me. Now even the most stubborn non-consumers can be reoriented, whether or not they desire it. Babylon Carr? I'd nearly forgotten the name. She's yet languishing in Fairfield. Such a shame. Her ruthless battlefield efficiency didn't get her as far as she'd hoped. I hope you'll excuse me. Many people to see, meetings to attend, bits to make. If only I could refresh my superiors, this would all be so much simpler. Kidding. Merely kidding. I would never misuse this wondrous technique. Not until it's perfected. May we meet another time.
See? They're letting in anyone now. Oh, don't we all? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. See that you do.
back here. No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. Why, yes. Yes, I am. Not sure I appreciate your insinuating tone there. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything. No, I don't think so. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow. Fine, you can have it. That admittedly was a mite embarrassing. Any serious player would have locked the door first, before spreading out incriminating evidence. Here you are, one lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
Valued employees, Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
It's time for profit forecast time. Starting with product development, the boar's loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations where top pioneering confidential.
Purchase and consume
with Auntie's choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protector its watered-down ripoff.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Hey, everybody, look who it is. All finished? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent? You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, many of your top CEOs have working garbage heaps in their background.
It's said to prepare you for all the reeking effluvia that life throws at you. Very practical that way when you think about it. Learn anything more?
Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder, the freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
That everything? Can't even imagine possessing that degree of marketing acumen.
You could just tell people how to think and do things. Like to not constantly yell at you all the time for only just doing your job.
Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times. Didn't make the drink, or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt. But he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice, and I start to run.
Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day. Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay, we'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed-upon goal state. That's the middle manager handbook again. Real take charge stuff.
When they work more, ease off the gang. Any malfeasance
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaned Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game.
Self over here.
Change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering.
Sorry, in the midst of composing my latest
Supplements of Auntie's Choice.
Look, I'll be direct. We've had our eye on you for some time. Practically a minute all told. And I can tell you're the very thing we're looking for. You possess the sort of rugged, nonconformist, individualist nature that our listeners identify with. Or believe they do anyway. From the meekest flunky to the most milquetoast myrmidon, why, friend, you're everything they want to be. There's two things I desperately require. Realism, authenticity. Sure, some might say they're the same thing, but I use both to highlight emphatic weight. We're working on a brand new set of advertisements and need your exact kind of distinct perspective. He's yesterday's news. Sure, we'll keep playing those old ads. They got a nostalgic appeal for the older set, but his shtick is fraudulent, fabricated, worst yet, contrived. You've got the stuff that can't be faked. Our listeners are sophisticated. They can see right through anything less than 110% genuine. Step inside. I'll introduce you to our main creative type, Mick Tarkenton. Why, the things he does with words you wouldn't believe. He'll tell you how we do things, how we sell product. Then you provide your expertise, lend your maverick perspective to help him come up with how. Take your time. Head into our recording facility when you're ready. Mitt will be in one of the studios. I'll be right along.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity.
You're supposed to squeeze more from every contract, not put us in the red. I'm not paying
Ah, wonderful. More of it.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities. We hope you've deeply enjoyed your visit to The Brig by Corporate Compliance.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. That was almost all right. Better than most. Pretty so-so. Got anything else? And proud of it, too. Why waste bits on something of higher quality and pricier when it'll just wear out eventually? Might as well buy something cheap. You are clear on the concept here, right? You're meant to insult me, not just spout things that are true. Loses a little sting if I agree with everything. Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more? Har har. Wait, was that a physics joke? Like my mask doesn't have much mass, and therefore has weak gravity. Huh. Maybe you're smarter than you look. Pretty average work, all told. Better than anyone else here, sure, but they exist only to thoroughly define the bottom of the barrel. You're fair to middling. Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? Well, certainly embraced it, though. Respect the flexibility and commitment. So, all right, I give up. What do you want? By that measure, everyone outside Auntie's choice would be interesting. And trust me, nobody's an inkling as captivating as I am. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism claptrap. Just two people haggling out a deal. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. No. They'll just eventually switch them back on. I'm proposing a little counter-programming instead. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right. right? See that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously unlocked. Pleasure doing business at you.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment? Then you need
Anti-choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you.
I'm Anti-Cleo, and I endorse this message. Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business. I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off tossball news from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute, certainly a more profitable than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it.
Bronzing is prohibited in the duck is areas in the seats. A blood stain of blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate plundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of the choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down. Now with chewable filtered tip. No home is better than home. Right? I swear, everybody in this company thinks they're going to be sizzling cinnamon.
You a bunch of wishful
Impulses of old corporations who unfairly
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's choice aspires to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now. As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects.
Which do you like invading more? The Protectorate or the Order?
All that Protectorate EA saying is downright unnerving. But at least they don't worship. Numbers or some such.
I never know what either.
That's what unbridled freedom is.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now.
We strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial.
You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Anti-Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her. Voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly. No thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time. Appreciate you helping my vital message be heard here.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment? Then you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds in
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and Live, love, laugh, purchase.
A grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assumed that was your doing. Wait! What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What, What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually. What do all of you think? Are you feeling reassured here? Not sure I am.
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry. Sounds like a tip-top action plan to me. Granted, a call like that's entirely above my pay grade.
We accept your terms. Consider this final payment for services rendered. Never speak about this to anyone.
Oh, you sounded just like an upper middle manager right then, Twombly. Good job.
I was on the edge of my luxury cystihide spectation lounger, not... The concession sales, invasive...
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering.
It will be waiting.
Alone is responsible.
Something I can help you with?
Yes? Can I help you? Ah, you appear like a rugged sort. Let me guess. Thessaly sent you.
That I did. This is Mitt Tarkington, advertising copywriter extraordinaire. Mitt, this is our maverick outsider. They've heard the pitch and agreed.
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Part the veil about this magical art we call advertising. Everyone. If they don't have a need yet, it's our job to give them one. They're provided. A little background first to frame your thinking. There are 4 personality types we appeal to when writing advertisement copy.
I'm like you.
I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a persona as a sarcastic doubter, am not normally into things, so you really ought to listen to me about this.
And I just hate that thing that never happens, yet absolutely could.
Any other general questions before we get started?
Somehow all of them, apparently.
Even the most buttoned-down rule follower imagines themselves a rebel in some way.
All right. I'll ask a few questions about your singular way of looking at things. Then, translate your unique perspective into lines for the ad. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you? Any insight on your kind of unique perspective? All right. Now, I'll reinterpret your response into a line for the ad. Something like, calling all high-minded individuals. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate. Right. Maybe everyone watches for your next move, so they can copy it. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you? Okay, perfect. How about you don't accept second place? Last question. What do you desire most out of life? And I should mention we have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering. Have just the thing. Now with a full body bib included with every purchase.
Yes. Suppose you might need to hear it assembled to make sense of it all. Just a moment while we put it together. I can already hear it in my head, and it is perfect. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly. Fine work, everyone. Take a good listen.
Calling all high-minded individuals. Everyone watches for your next move. So they can copy it, you don't accept second place. That's why we've updated our premier cyst rinds just for you. Auntie Cleo and Pal's deep-fried Sisty Bits. Now with a full body bib included with every purchase.
To hide them away from danger, I'm Auntie Cleo.
And I won't lie. The universe... those that want to kill you.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie? You want freedom of choice.
Troublemaker approaching.
Going out of sight.
Your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred agent on that protocol.
Choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here end up as Raptidon chow.
Yes, and?
I spent some time as a Raptidon training assistant.
Time for unlocked
Detecting
bathroom
unusually elevated levels of disgruntlement.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans. With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time. Others get the exact same pay, but only we shouldn't.
Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? That spiteful little cur. She's up in her office imagining new ways to make us miserable. But you're gonna need to find a different way in. She's locked the doors to keep us out. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
In clandestine infiltration.
Can't believe what I'm losing on Adrena time and Antifizzo's Numrum.
Hypothesizing. The labor supervisor's missive may not alleviate worker disgruntlement.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice, and if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Angie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. We've only got a few guards, and they've got a lot of skulls. Plus, they may have made mention that if a ruckus starts, they'll make sure it includes me. So we're apt to try a parley first. That is, my team insists. They're very protective. They, cherish me. No. Yes, they cherish me. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumbly? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. Well, that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to. And right now, her need is you convince Dumley Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Heads up! Make some space!
No more bottles on factory floors! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom!
Whatever it is you're after, go looking for it somewhere else.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially wonderful. Assuming, of course, you can actually help us. Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor retention techniques? What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the Undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work, right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, If we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Yeah, well, of course you're gonna find it all ridiculous. You only care about what's best for Auntie. But there are demands all the same. Take them to Griggs.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Auntie and I continue to have high hopes that you will come to shine under the spotlight of our illustrious gaze. So, are you ready to impress us? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? Hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. While it's true that data shows higher worker productivity on sleep than on stims, I never imagined restful production being more cost-effective than longer hours. That would translate into more profit for the plant, which means larger bonuses for me, which should be more than enough to make up for the drop in hourly production. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. Oh my. You're probably right. It's been so long since I've shared a facility, I've forgotten how unpleasant it can be. I trust your insight and will leave it unlocked from now on. What more do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. No! I would never! That's slander. And or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? That must have been quite the negotiation. Oh, my people can't thank you enough. This will be huge for us. Free time to sleep, relax and all? Wonderful. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair creme now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all. It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
Going back to work under Auntie's choice ain't exactly my idea of success, but at least I'll have better terms to labor under now.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Admiral. It's time to... Is the cowardly mobile with my latest emote? Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty-wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art. Damn right. Of course. We're Auntie's Choice. We know what motivates people better than they do. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about, it's something you feel. That is, convince someone to feel.
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunco. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of over-educated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination. Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary Insight Acquisition Division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Actually, it's only 3. Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. I don't want to sound like the Order, but you could make a list, maybe. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and let us know how you like this video. This helps us bring you more such interesting content.